Hey everyone. Okay, so today we're talking about this. We're talking about what's happening when your manifesting is not working. I got your back. We're going to discuss this, so stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. Hey everyone, it is Kim Velez. I am a conscious life and success coach. This channel is all about you living your best life, getting a shit ton of money, getting your SP back, new love, and feeling good about yourself in the process, and understanding that you can have, be, do anything that you desire. All you have to do is change your thinking and get out of your own fucking way. So if that sounds good, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this so we can share the truth and what really works to spread it all over the world. Okay, so before we dive into this, if you feel like you need additional support with manifesting your specific person back, I have free resources below. I have a workbook all about your self-concept that's free. It's my Limitless in Love. It's not the one that I saw on Amazon. And then I also have an amazing video that I did that is just specific for whoever signs up for it. That's all about, you know, the main reason why you're not manifesting your specific person. But we're going to talk about whether you're trying to manifest a text, your specific person to confess their love for you, more money, that new job, the new house, the apartment, whatever it is, whatever you want. This video is going to help you when it's not coming through, when you were affirming and changing your mental diet and expecting to get a text, you know, on your birthday and you didn't get it. When you were expecting to have a certain amount of money come through and flow to you by a certain date and it didn't happen. When you were wanting the dream apartment and you thought you were going to get it, but you didn't get it. Or when you had the job interview and you knew for certain that you were the fucking best candidate and they were going to choose you and they didn't. Why it's not working. So this is one of the most common questions that I see all over, all in my free Facebook group. People love to post this shit all in the fucking comments, all over social media. And this is where I'm really going to challenge you guys, is because you didn't get it in a certain time frame does not mean it didn't work. That this is what the work of being a conscious creator is you keep persisting in faith that what you want will be yours, even if it doesn't materialize in your 3D reality by a specified date. Those of you that give up, those of you that allow a circumstance in your 3D to halt you, to shake your belief system, to make you know and believe in the truth of that shitty circumstance more than the truth of what it is you desire, this video is for you, especially with manifesting really anything but a specific person, because a lot of people really struggle with this. I've struggled with this too at times, but this is where you have to challenge yourself. You have to challenge yourself of why the fuck are you giving up just because you didn't get it in a time frame you wanted? Like, to me, that just makes no sense. To me, I'm like, all right, I don't know when I'm going to die. I'm going to manifest. I'm going to live healthy and long for, 100 plus years, right? But I understand that since I'm a conscious creator, this whole game is about me focusing on a version of myself that is in a desired reality that I want. And I persist in that no matter what is showing up out here, because at some point out here will reflect the new desired reality that I want. And if it's me creating my reality and my inner belief system and thoughts are what is controlling my circumstances manifesting, then why am I going to keep allowing the outside circumstances to dictate my worth and value? Why would I keep letting the outside circumstances make me, believe that I'm not going to get what I want because of whatever showed up? And this is where when people struggle with this, it's because one, you don't believe in it. You're not believing that you are the operant power of your reality. You don't believe in it enough to understand that what you want will override what just manifested. That what manifested really has nothing to do with what you want, that you keep persisting in your story knowing you're going to get it no matter what, and you will get it. Those of you that are allowing the 3D reality to decide that you can't have something because of whatever just manifested, then that's telling me that if you do know you're the operant power, but maybe you don't know your worth and value, because if you truly knew your worth and value, if you truly understood you're good enough as the fuck is, then you would know without a shadow of a doubt that this will be yours, that there's no way that this can pass you by, that one day it will manifest in. And this is what the work is with manifesting. It's, you don't give up because you're 3D. I mean, what the fuck is that? Where does Neville ever talk about that? Where does anybody who's manifesting what their life is, you know, for them, that they want, that they're actually successful with it, are they sitting here and like, oh, I'm not going to get what I want, so fuck it, and settling? No. They're like, you know what, it'll be mine. One day it's going to pop up. I don't need to worry about it right now. I already decided. I already got this in the bag because I'm too fucking amazing for what I want to pass me by. So it'll come and I don't got to do a fucking thing, and know and trust that it's on its way. But you guys don't do that. I'm not saying all of you, but the ones that really struggle with this, you love to post like, well, my SP said this in a text yesterday, or it was my birthday and I didn't get a text from them, or I texted them and I knew that they would text me back and 4 days went by and nothing, or I saw them with a third party, or I needed money to hit my bank account, you know, by Friday, but it's fucking 2 weeks later and I still don't have the money. Or I hear this one all the time too, where people are like, you know, I knew I was going to get this job or this apartment and I didn't get it, you know, so what went wrong? Well, nothing went wrong. You fucking persist until it hardens into fact, and you persist in knowing this will be mine. Do you know how many people I have had tell me that they wanted a job and they went on the job interview and did not get it, but they didn't let that shake their fucking reality? They persisted in the story that I'm the best candidate. They know it. They were so, you know, intrigued by me. They're going to make me an offer. And they persisted in that story, even though the evidence showed the fucking opposite. Because that's what the work is when you're not getting what you want. This is when it counts the most. Is you decide that, well, I don't need to focus on what I don't want. I'm going to keep focusing on what I do want because I'm worthy of receiving this. I'm worthy of working at my dream job. I'm worthy of having the money in my bank account that I desire. I'm worthy of having good health. I'm worthy of being loved, chosen, wanted, and respected. I'm worthy of being rich as fuck. I'm worthy of, you know, waking up every day and living my purpose. Whatever you want, you need to decide that you're worthy to have this, that it can be yours. There's no reason why it can't be. And they persisted in it, and this person got the fucking job. 6 weeks later, they came back and said, we were so impressed with you. I love this story. This story, I heard this like years ago and it stuck with me. One of the clients in one of my groups, she said that it was the same company she wanted to work for, but they created a better position for her that fit her better and gave her more money. And she just persisted and she got the fucking job from the company she wanted. She won just because they said no to her the first attempt in 3D reality. She didn't let that shake her face. She said, no, this is mine. I get to work at this company. I get to love what I do. I get to be paid the money I want to be paid. And she persisted in that story, and that's what the fuck she got. Do you know how many people that would tell me like, oh my God, I wanted an apartment and somebody else took it before me, or, you know, I didn't get approved and they were so upset. What did I do wrong? This is the common question. And I'm like, you didn't do a fucking thing wrong. Why the fuck are you giving up? You don't know what's going to happen in 3 months. They could get fucking evicted. You could get a apartment in that building. One could open up all of a sudden. These people could fucking move out. I mean, who the fuck knows? The people could contact you and say, you know what? We made a mistake. Those other people fell through. We want you. I mean, and listen, that's just a limited perspective of ways that could unfold. You can't even fathom. I can't even fathom all the ways our manifestations can come in, because I don't have the whole bird's eye view. I just trust and know that whatever that bird's eye view is, there's a lot of avenues that are going to unfold and different ways for this to unfold to bring me what it is that I desire. And those that persisted, they ended up getting the apartment at some point. It just wasn't in the time frame they wanted. Same thing with the SPs. How many of you fucking know how many of you bitch and complain and stay stuck in your old story and are trying to force 3D and allowing the 3D to control your worth and value, to control what it is that you know you're going to get just because it's showing you something that isn't what you want? And you let it shake you to the core and you let it rattle you, and then you want to give the fuck up. Well, you're giving up on you. You're not even giving up on the SP, because the SP is irrelevant. The SP is just a mirror to your story of you in relation to them and your story of love and how your romantic partners turn up for you. So This is the work. The work is when I'm being triggered, when I'm experiencing circumstances in 3D that go against what it is I want, or I'm being told no to my desire. What did Neville said? Brazen impudence. You do not take no for an answer. You don't care what somebody just said out here or what someone just did. You go within and you focus on, nope, this is mine. It is mine. I've decided it already is. You know, whatever story feels right for you that you say that supports you getting what you want. I'm worthy to receive this, therefore it's already mine. It'll come knocking on my door. I don't got to do a fucking thing. I'm too important to lose. I matter too much. I'm the best fucking choice. I am a rich ass person. Money just loves me. You know, the apartment is waiting for me to move in. It's like calling me and beckoning me, and it's going to come. They're going to make the decision to allow me to live there, whatever, right? You could say a million different stories that support the reality you want. The work is you persist in knowing at some point you will get this. Do not let, because you didn't get it when you thought you were going to get it, fucking sway you. That's the old you. That's the old self concept that keeps giving up their power, that doesn't know their worth and value, that doesn't understand they're the operant power, that is allowing circumstances that you manifested to control you, and you're letting outside of you decide what is going to be for you in your future. No, that's not what being a conscious manifester is. So this is why I always say don't give up on you, because if you give up on you, you're only giving up of creating the version of you who believes in themselves so they can have anything that they desire and knows they're the operant power of their reality, which makes you really tap into your empowered state of being limitless and unstoppable and can create an amazing life even when there's shitty circumstances. So no one to change but self. Just a reminder, the work is manifesting is always working. It's always working. If you're manifesting shit over and over again you don't want, then have an honest conversation with yourself. You guys like to lie to yourself. A lot of you will sit here, and part of it is the human brain and how it works, and we all go through it to an extent. But some of you choose to stay stuck in it a little bit longer because you keep refusing, you know, to look at yourself, and you keep blaming your outside circumstances and keep hyper focusing on trying to change something outside of you rather than, well, I don't need to change them. All I got to do is change inside of me. And I'm over here too busy still trying to, you know, change of 3D matter out here rather than just changing 4D within me. That's all you have to do. And then the 3D will shift to match the 4D. But it can take time sometimes. So anyways, you know how I feel about this. Those of you that persist, you get what you want. I've seen it 1,000 trillion times over. Those of you that don't, you really struggle and you prolong the agony and you prolong staying in a reality that is not what you want, that does not feel good to you. So make the decision. Who do you want to be? What do you want? And persist in a story until you start to actually believe and know that I am the operant power. You believe and know you are worthy and deserving to have what you want, and that it's going to stay and choose you and be yours because of inherently who you are. And if you really understood that, if you really know that about yourself, then you would not be allowing the 3D to take you down. Now, I'm not saying about perfection, because we can get insecure. It just can't be your dominant state. And if it's still your dominant state, and your dominant state is still the old version of you that in relation to what it is you're manifesting, that doesn't know their worth and value and doesn't know they're the operant power and isn't trusting in the unseen and understanding that they will have what they want, even if it's not showing up the way that they desire right now, then all that's saying to me is that you still got to work on you, babe. And this is what being a conscious creator is. It's you're selecting who you want to be and what you desire instead of what was, because it doesn't have to keep being. What was doesn't have to continue on. And you persist in that knowing one day it'll be yours. And that is amazing, because however long we live in this human body, like, you're creating your reality. So you might as well work through these things and build up your faith and believability in that you are the operant power, so you can transcend shitty circumstances. You don't let shitty circumstances wholeheartedly affect you and knock you down. I know people that they'll stay triggered for fucking months and months and months, and they refuse to do anything different, and they don't get anything different, and they're prolonging the shitty reality. And it's a personal journey. I'm not judging them. Everybody's got to wake up when they wake up, but it's like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to suffer. You can just go within and understand and practice these principles and concepts and implement them over and over again, so you start internally shifting and you'll feel exactly what I'm talking about. That's when you're unstoppable. That's when you're fucking limitless. And that's when you're consciously creating a dope ass reality for yourself. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Do the work. Bye.